Good afternoon, everybody. In the today's class of this machine tools and machine cutting, we'll come to discuss regarding the characteristics of this built-up edges and its types. How many types of build-up edges are being formed? And what is meant by this build-up edge? How come it will be getting progressed in the machining conditions? And at what range this will be getting occurred? And what are the disturbances or benefits or limits will be getting achieved by this build up edge. Coming to the characterizations, the mechanical properties of the materials which are under machining conditions and the surface finishings and levels of upgradations will be clearly discussing in the case of this build up edges and how this build up edges will be getting formed. Before going to that, we need to learn a simple topic, that mechanism of chip formation and machining of the brittle materials. So upon machining conditions, will be achieving the required dimensional accuracies for the objects that we will be considering at the input level. So either maybe that objects are related to the ferrous content or non-ferrous content, ceramic materials which will be having the high brittleness of nature, and even in the polymer stage which will be resisting to a particular range of forces that has been happen or given to the materials. In this, there are two different basic mechanisms that leads to form the chips. So here chips in the sense the materials that will be getting removed on the machining conditions. So when the tool and the work part will be getting in contact, the material which is being removed from the parental material is called chip. So whether it is having a particular dimensions or else the round shaped necking or else the miniature powder like situations, that will be agitating depending upon the machine operating conditions such as speed rate, feed rate, and depth of cut. Here, this chip formations leads to two different factors. First one is an yielding. Generally, for the ductile materials, upon implication of the forces or pressures by the tool, nominally, directly the yielding conditions will be getting achieved by crossing the plasticity of ranges. So not only crossing the deformative conditions permanently, so it is exceeding the elasticity limit, and even it is exceeding the plasticity of ranges also. So hence, this yielding is regularly will be observing in a rational way, particularly in the case of this ductile materials. In the case of this brittle materials or brittle fractures, will be able to observe depending upon the implication of loads. During the machining conditions, some of the cracks will be developing not only at the surface level of the object or the specimen, but also at the tool tip also. That is due to the wedging action of the cutting edge. So like this. So this is the condition that is being taken place. Getting deformed the material which is removing from the parental material, while the work part is moving in one direction and tool will be existing in an opposite facing direction. So at this sharp chip, highest stress concentrations will be taking place, that we will be calling as the coefficient of the friction that is developing between the tip of the tool and the work part for removing the material. So how it will be getting removed? So particularly in the case of ductile materials, what will be getting happen? So the immediate condition of this yielding is getting taken place at that particular tip, and it is reducing the effect of stress concentrations. And even thus identifications or generation of cracks at the surface layers or immediately to the surface, that is subsurface streams, also will be getting decreased. So ductile materials, we all know that it is a property of the material which is going to be drawn in the form of a wire. So hence it will be having a particular ratio of Hooke's law concept obeying. There is stresses which are produced will be directly proportional to the strain, and if that has been removed, again will be reback to the original dimension. But complete in the case of these brittle materials, it generates in a quick propagates. So the cracks will be generating in a very much rationally. It will be getting developed. So under the stressing action and total separation will take place from the parental workpiece. Even with slight minimum resistance, nothing but the slight minimum force application or pressure application itself, the major deviations will be getting occurred in the case of this brittle materials when contained with respect to the ductile materials. So for example, we can say that a glass material, mobiles which are having the glasses, if you have been applied the stresses repeatedly 1 or 2 times, then automatically it will be going to fracture. Simultaneously, if you can taken any of the rubber stamp and you are applying the road repeatedly, it will be able to observe the stresses producing externally on that particular material. So on the brittle materials, the discontinuous chips and irregular with an irregular shape and size will be getting occurred. See here, the diagram clearly specifying that separating of the material in the form of a minimal chips from the parental material. See in the first diagram, it is being separating, and in the second condition, it is after removing the one part of the material, one chip of the material, another chip is being swelling. Swelling is nothing but it is ready to remove from the material. Nothing but just we have been discussed that the stresses that have been produced by the tip of the tool on the material surface here, that means here at an yield point of range, and this is the further swelling, that is an ultimate yielding point, and this is the separation. So after that, the fracture of rupture is getting taken place and removing the material by getting detached from the parental material. So again the same condition, swelling. So initially separating by getting swelled upon the stresses inducement, further swelling, that is nothing but increasing the stresses, but it is more shearing on the work part material up to the ultimate tensile load conditions. And furthermore spellings, that is upper yield point crossing initiates the rupture point and separating the material from the parental material. So what will be the chip thickness ratio when it has been get removed from the parental material? So in need to learn that, we should have the concept related to the geometry and the characteristics of the chip forms. The geometry of chips that are being formed or generated at the cutting zone, they will follow a particular pattern. Particularly in the case of these ductile materials, they will be having the similar kind of shapes and similar kind of sizes when it has been getting and detached in conditions. So if at all the powder, the tiny particles or the amorphous conditions of particles will be, and the atoms will be in a similar or equivalent in size or shapes. The major sections of engineering materials here, particularly in the case of this ductile materials, that they will be of semi-brittle or semi-ductile is behave under the compressive forces. So that is caused while the cutting process are being conditioned during the machining process. Coming to the chip reduction coefficient or cutting ratios, usually the geometrical features forms the continuous chips or else even the discontinuous forms of the chips also. That will be depending upon the type of machining process and the process parameters such as the cutting speed, feed, depth of cut. These are the three major implications need to be considered for its cutting process. So, but the chip thickness will be becoming much more larger than the uncut chip, which is at the contact final, you can say that final contact, which is ready to remove the material from the parental material. That as we have been just seen in the before diagram, this is the complication. So the size of this particular chip is less when even than the material which is getting removed at the next level than the previous level will be getting very much swelling condition. So the dimensions of this particular chip which need to be removed from the parental material when compared to the already removed material will be very much high. So that is we have been indicated that chip thickness will be very much in larger conditions at the uncut thickness, that is A1 and A2. Let us instant why that is situations are being occurred. The reasons are here. The first reason it is compression of the chip ahead of the tool, and the secondly the frictional resistance to the chip flow. A third one it is a lamellar sliding actions to piston. So piston in the sense here to the work part material. So first coming to the first factor, that compression of the chip ahead of the tool. So here the compression in the sense creating the much more forces without moving the back end conditions. So the applied forces itself will be acting on the specimen. Suppose for example, if you can take in the lathe machine process, the turning operations, in the turning operations, the progression will be getting going on over there. And by the application of these forces, automatically the deformations will be getting taken place to an plasticity range of range, and even crossing to an ultimate yield conditions, which will be permanently disabling with respect to the parental material. Second point, it is the frictional resistance. So coming to the point of this frictional resistance, when the tool is in contact with respect to the work part, thermal stresses and even the much more forces which are being implicating to tend the deformations occurred at the surface levels. And the material or the particular chip should be able to resist to that particular frictional resistance at the secondary levels. Third parameter is so that's why the bulging conditions or enlargement situations will be taking place at the material removal level. Third one, it is an lamellar sliding according to the piston. So piston in the sense here, the tool which has been fixed at the tool post, tool holder. See, the position will be lamellar position. In between 30 to 60 degrees, the implications of this tool will be existing. So hence there is no any permanent, it's not horizontal. In this class, we have been discussed that orthogonal or else the oblique cutting. So orthogonal, that will be behaving a perpendicular motion with respect to the tool and the work part. But in the oblique case of working, that deviates the perpendicular attachment of the tool and the work part, hence creates the convenient inclinations based upon the type of process that is considered on the machinery. And hence the lamellar sliding according to the piston is one of the factor for the reduction of coefficient or cutting ratio. So these are the drawbacks need to be considered at the chip level. But what is meant by this built up edge? The formation of this built up edge. So before moving on to this, what is meant by this built up edge? So in the machining of the ductile materials such as steels, the chip tool contact length with respect to an stresses and temperatures development at the second level of the deformation at the chip tool interface. See, initially the material will be fixed in the jigs and fixtures. In the case of this lathe machine or turning machine, and the speed will be accessing by the motor with respect to the spindle, and the rotation will be considering in the work part. The tool will be fixed in the tool post anotherly and will be monitored according to the feeding by accepting the depth of cut. And at the point of contact, the primary point of contact here in the sense, the removing of the base edge material at the surface point of view. And next, the secondary deformation. So that is initial step initiates or represents the primary deformation zone. And the second one, it is implication of the feed rates or depth of cuts. For example, 2 mm of cut need to be removed per particular length, and 3 mm, 4 mm, etc. will completely exaggerates the deviations of its path. At these particular high stresses and temperatures, the strong bonding which is already having in between the surface of the metals will be take that place due to the adhesions on the welding agitation point. So at that particular condition, due to the high bonding nature in between the internal atomic particles, will lead to be destructed, and the material will be achieving the high point of this yield range and moving on towards the MRR conditions, that is detachable condition from the parental material. With this, even before we have got a clear cut one more point, that the high temperatural stresses at the tool tip that generates the bulging actions of the work part material where it is in contact with respect to the tip of the tool. For example, before here see this is the chip material which is getting to be removed due to the application of the forces, high stresses inducement. And here initially it has been started, and at this particular point, due to the non-linear strategy of the surface finishing, might be this chip will be getting elevated here. So up to this point, it is nominally has been achieved. There is no any non-linearity conditions much more heavily than the edge conditions which have the bulginess at this particular zone. So high temperatural stresses has been produced that leads to the bulging conditions or deforming the chip dimensions by increasing in ratio. So this is the conditional strategy that are being done. And that particular bulging conditions which is being used much more is called this build up edge. When much force that are being activated at the contact position of the tool tip and the work part. And what are the characteristics of these build-up edges? So, build-up edges characteristics will be identifying with respect to the geometrical specifications. Nothing but it's a shape, size, and bond strength. So, those are the properties of the particular kinds of materials or external feedings. So here, those will be directly depending upon first parameter, it is work tool materials. So both the work material as well as the tool part materials. And the second thing it is the stress and temperature that are produced due to the velocity of the spindle and feed of the tool. So the coefficient of friction that is being developed in between the contact of these two different materials, indeed to get the particular geometrical specifications upon the machining processes. And even at this coefficient of friction, high temperatural stresses are being produced. So in order to limit the stresses or such kind of stresses are being developed in between these two materials, the coolants or lubrication is necessary to utilize for the decrement of the thermal stresses. Basically, this built up edges will be of three different shapes. See here, first thing it's gradually increased and slowly it is being decreasing in strategy. There is an elliptical oriented shapes. We'll be calling an flat type of edges which will be maintaining a similar in strategy. So elliptically it is being varying its shape. And the second one, it is an negative shape. So initially it is increasing and gradually it is being decreasing and confining to the zero. And positive is nothing but an quite opposite to the negative wedge. That is, initially it will be getting started and gradually it will be getting increased due to its frictional frictional forces or the thermal stresses highly that has been produced at the pointal contact of work part and the tool material. So what will be causing these impedances? So overgrowing of this BUE build up edge will causes the surface roughness. Nothing but the smooth cutting has been considered will be having the linear conditions or the flat conditions at the surface levels. If at all this build-up edges has been taken place and hikes and peaks and valleys, hikes and lows, or the image of reflectors at the surface of the materials after removing the material, and those will be non-linear at the surface point of view. That is called the surface roughness. So in machining of soft and ductile metals, such as these high-speed steels, uncoated carbides, this will go a large, and even they will overflow with respect to the finished surface through flank surface. And even this BUE formation needs a particular thermal stresses inducement, then only due to the implication of high stresses or high forces, frictional forces, then only these bulging situations will be getting occurred on the work part materials. Hence, we can say that the temperatures at the interface is directly depending upon the mutual affinity of the work tool materials. So the stresses which are being induced externally will be directly reflecting the roughness surface finishing on the work part material. If those build-up edges are formed heavily, ultimately surface roughness will be increasing. So our main motto is nothing but a finished structures need to be obtained within perfect dimensions. So if at all these roughnesses has been occurred, the surface finishings or accuracies regarding the dimensions of the object will be getting decreased. That will be identified in the case of the inspection processes. So inspection technologies, right? See here in the pictorial representation, as this VC velocity increases, the cutting temperature will be getting rises, and almost it suggests to increase this build-up edges. Nothing but the sizes and shapes of the build up edges or chips will be getting increased. So upon this, high amount of material will be getting removed from the parental material. That is the cause occurring at that particular range. If this velocity is very much high beyond the limitations, build up edge will be in squashed, but by the following chip before the BUE. So when compared to one ratio to the other ratio or one sector to the other sector of these edges, it will be deviating to the further surface finishing roughness also. So what are the effects of this BUE? So how it will be impacting over the work part material. This creates several harm effects. Nothing but rack angles that are being changing at the tool tips by increasing, that causes the increasing in the cutting forces. And if the cutting forces without the implication of the lubricants or without the supply of lubricants increases the frictional forces, and if the frictional forces are being increased furtherly, high power consumption also will be taking place, and even it leads to the dislodgement of the BUE, due to the fluctuation in the cutting forces, increasing and decreasing of this forces also will leads to the dislodgement of the BUE, and even that might be get very much harm to the tip of the tool and the machining condition also. And even the tool life also will be getting affected due to the inducement of high coefficient of friction. High thermal stresses will be getting produced that leads the minimal deformation characteristics in the case of this physical properties of the tool part material also will be getting changed or get affected. Coming to this types of chips, there are different types of chips depending upon its various size, shape, and color. Upon the machining process, will be characterizing those ones. First one, depending upon the type of cuts, either it may be a continuous type of cut or intermittent type of cut. So, continuous of type of cuts will be occurring in the turning machining or boring machinery operations, and intermittent conditions, that is milling, drilling, slotting conditions. So, to a particular dimensions only it will be getting limited, and without performing disturbing the work part, it should be moved on to the tool should be moved on to the some other place where the dimensions has been provided to the work part by the tool, and again it need to be progressed by the tool on the work part again. Second thing it is, the chips will be depending upon this work part material, whether it may be a brittle material or a ductile material, and it's based on the cutting tool geometry. There is rack angle maintenance and cutting angles. A lamellar type of cutting joints are perpendicular. Agitations will be leads to different types of chips, and levels of cutting velocity and feed rate. There is a low or high or medium range of velocities or speeds will be getting altered or deteriorated. Uneven feedness, cutting fluids, even different types of viscous fluids will be utilizing at these cutting points, leads to different agitations or different dimensional strategies generating of this chips elevations or build up edges. Coming to the continuous chips without build up edge, see here the diagram clearly specifies in the continuous chip formation. So low roughness will be agitating, nothing but a smooth finishing will be getting acquired. So in the diagram here, it clearly visualizes that roughness will be concise to maximum extent and smoothness will be deserved here. Smoothness will be obtained in the case of this continuous formation of chips. So in the case of this discontinuous chips formation of this discontinuous, nothing but the secondary shear will be getting taken place. So with uneven feed rates, because of this uneven feed rates or uneven depth of cuts, the shallow surface will be getting agitated and roughness will be very much more. There will not be any maintenance of linear strategy here. So these are the conditions need to be followed in the machining processes, indeed to avoid this BUE chips, build up edge chips. Hence, by this avoidance, we'll be acquiring the good surface finishing. First one, the work part material should be ductile. Next one, cutting velocity should be very much high. The feed rate should be very much low. Rack angle should be positive and large. Cutting fluids, both cooling and lubrication purpose, the cutting fluids should be utilized. If these parameters has been followed in the case of this machining processes, ultimately will be decreasing or eliminating this BUE in the formation of this continuous process. In the case of this discontinuous chips, the formation of discontinuous chips. This will be occurred due to the irregular size and shapes, the work part material. The best example is the gray cast iron. Even in the malleable cast iron also will be getting as in the same conditions. And due to the regular size and shape by the work material, which is very much hard to the machining ratios. And here the feed rate should be very much large. Tool rack angle also should be in negative region. Continuous it should be positive. Here in the discontinuous it should be negative. Cutting fluid should be in absent condition. So if the cutting fluids has been provided, then it will be continuous steps because thermal stresses will be reduced at the contact point of this tool and the work part. Hence the coefficient of friction will be getting limited. Frictional forces developing in between this tool and the work part will be getting limited. Hence, if the lubricant has been provided, smooth operations will be progressed. If the smooth operations has been progressed, there is no any deterioration in the surface finishing. So hence, here in the indeed to alleviate this discontinuous type of chips, this cutting fluid should be in absent mode. So continuous chips with BUE. In the case of this ductile materials, in the turning machinery, the tool will be getting in contact with it. A very hardened layer of work material which is attached with respect to the tool face will be getting in connectivity to the real cutting tool edge. See here, the work part material is ductile material. Cutting velocity is maintaining it at a low range, that is simultaneously equal to 0.5 meters per second. And small and negative rack angles only maintaining. So only the negative rack angles that are maintaining, nothing but engagement in minus pi axis. And feed rate is also medium. And the rating conditions of rotational strategy of turning machines will be very much high. Cutting fluids, it's absent. So for generation, we have already discussed that it should be absent, right? So these are the conditions of build-up edge. So what is meant by build-up edge? The large enlargement of the conditions at the material removal rate due to the high frictional forces will be getting developed on the brittle, on the ductile kinds of materials. So that will be of three different types. One is positive, negative, and lamellar. And positive in the sense that will be obtained in an peak range by following the yield strength ratio or yield, finally up to the yield pointal aspects. And by this BUE build-up edges, we are having the good negative aspects that the surface finishing will be very much rough. So in order to decrease that, the cutting fluids should be utilized. Here, what part in the ductile conditions, cutting velocity should be increased, feed rate should be decreased, rank angle should be maintained in the positive and large, and cutting fluids should be utilized for cooling and lubricating. So indeed, to achieve this build edge in a high ratio, this cutting fluid should be in a switch off mode. So continuous chips will be formed in such a manner. Right? In the next class, we'll be discussing further. Thank you.
Hey,